do is for you to start, Dallas, because you have more insight of everything. What is like happened the last months,
You should introduce
weeks.
yourself first.
Well, I guess. All right. So I'm Benjamin. I am an admin. Yeah, and I partly code Civ-War as well. In the channel we have Presto and Dallas. Presto Blue is basically just an administrator. He can do small things coding wise, and he just mostly does everything for
Everything.
the
Yeah, I did
messages.
say.
Well, for messages on the like he's our English teacher basically. And Dallas is the
Sure.
owner and PR guy, and he does everything with Shotbow related.
All right. So, all right. So, to start off in terms of announcements, we haven't actually. I mean, I think we should wait 5 minutes, see if anyone else joins. Just send out another notification, see if we're getting people in.
All right, sure.
And then see what's going on. Because I remember last time we started off with like no one, and then we ended up with like we had to repeat ourselves when there was like 50 people on the Discord.
All right. So basically, yeah, I am from Holland, Dutch survivor.
All right.
Yeah, there are more people showing up.
I like how just a random channel popped up named DevChat. Like, never mind, whatever.
Oh, so they must have created it. To be fair, I was going to create one, but someone beat me to it. All right. Okay. So I'm going to start now, and if people aren't here, they can watch back the VOD later. All right.
Yeah.
Russian? Excuse me? Hello? All right. So to start with, so the announcements are sort of a date which we want to go for to release. So our aim date is going to be the 1st of July. This isn't confirmed yet. So 1st of July is not confirmed yet, but that is our ideal date for release. It's going to be the 1st of July. This is a rough kind of date. So it'll be 1st of July, or it'll be the week after. So 1st of July is a Saturday, or it'll be the week after on the 8th of July. But ideally, it'll be 1st. We got to wait for Shotbow to do a few things. But hopefully that will be the 1st of July. So that's our first announcement. And pretty much the big one we have here, that'll be the release of the closed beta. One thing we'll stress, so we have a few people on here that have played a lot of Civilization Craft in the past, and Civcraft on Shotbow. This will be the 1.0 style of gameplay as well, to make sure everyone understands. And from your perspective, initially in the closed beta, you may not witness a lot of change. There'll be a few like sort of GUI changes, like you will have like a backpack, a chest, more NPCs about the place, some more tool tips and things. Sort of small things like that, so you won't know it's a big change, but trust me, there's a lot of change going on in the background in terms of the actual sort of back end of the code.
There's one change which is probably gonna be added, but it depends on how the progress is going, because we've been like busy for it with like weeks already, and it's just not working how we want it to work. And that's basically that the city-state step is back. It will come back if we finish it in time, which means that you go from camp to city-states to civilization. Still, all civs and all city-states are still banned. And if you get caught with one, you will probably be permanently banned from the network.
Oh, that's a big axe to drop quite early on.
Well, yeah, but it's just you have such a benefit as if you have a all civ. It's just not normal anymore.
All right, well, I will say that that's not well.
But yeah, it will be displayed.
But all right, okay. So yeah. So we're trying to add as much as we can to things like the city state to add more progression into the game. So at the moment, people were just waiting around too long at the camp, going straight to Civ. It felt very it didn't feel right in a way. So we wanted to slow down this progress a little bit and have more steps into the progress. So this was why we're adding it back into the city state. But this will be the general 1.0 style of gameplay. But over the coming phases, you will see a lot of change in that. We will be reworking certain systems, even a rework of the tech tree, which could be coming into the future. Won't be for the closed beta phase. It's mainly going to be we'll be working to fix mainly long-standing bugs, a lot of the back end of the code, and slowly fix that code. That will bring me on to, in terms of code and development, that brings me on to another announcement. We do have 2 new developers. I'm not sure if they're in this Discord right now.
Nope.
We do have
No, they're not.
you may see them around. One's what's this in-game name? It's like I know what it's
Monkey or something.
Yeah,
Flunky
Flunky Monkey. You would see him on the site. Then can you play right now? No, the server isn't live right now. As I said before, it will be hopefully the 1st of July will be the hopeful release for it. That'll be the sort of release what we're looking for. It's not announced officially and fully yet, but that'll be the release we're looking for. But right, so towards the developers again, we have 2 developers. We have Flunky Monkey and Camouflage 100. So firstly, to start with, we'll be having a few things, sort of big changes within the first phase, which we will be having a new custom anti-cheat built for the server. We won't be releasing any details about that, obviously, but just to let you guys know, we'll be having a new full custom anti-cheat. So that hopefully will be an issue. That's been a long-standing issue with Civilization Craft and Civcraft about a few cheaters. And this will address that, and that will address that issue, as well as our anti-X-ray will be back as usual, which will be stopping any X-rays. So we'll be looking at a very balanced phase in terms of actual cheating. So we hope to eliminate probably 99% of the cheats that will come onto the server.
And just as an FYI, it's not the client side anti-cheat, but it's server side. So instead of no cheat plus, we will be using that custom anti-cheat.
All right.
Called Augustus, right?
Yeah, Augustus.
There is a name for it apparently. All right. So in terms of that is it for big announcements. If anyone knows of any developers that are interested, or anyone that develops themselves interested in joining, we will be during the closed beta phase. We'll probably open an application somewhere on the forum, which people may or may not be interested in.
No, not Shotbo's custom anti-cheat.
Not Shotbo's. We have our own being made.
Well, yeah, that was basically it.
So you ready for questions now?
All right. So that's the big announcement to have so far. The mainly big announcement was so the closed beta, it will be open to people that have applied and that have been accepted. So if you've been accepted, you've already been added to a whitelist. So on that whitelist, when the server opens, you'll be able to join. So anyone that's been accepted will be able to. But we will, in pre-warning, we will probably have a server limit of 125 players. Who will be priority slots will be given to Shotbo donators as per the agreement. Active Shotbo, yeah, as per ideal with Shotbo. They'll be given priority slots, so you can expect a full server probably on release night, as we have had over 130. I think it's around 140 now people approved for the closed beta.
Also, when we once release the date, the closed application for a closed beta application will be closed soon, decently soon after. So basically, if you didn't apply yet, you should totally apply right now on the website.
All right. So, Presto, do you have any questions so far?
Yeah. Okay. The first question is from your Cole. And he wanted to know how will helpers and mods be chosen, and when will this happen?
All right. So when we're going to open the helper and mod applications once the server opens, but we won't be accepting any mods or helpers after, I don't know, like a couple of days. We want to see how the chat goes and how they can handle some things, like those things. Also, helpers and mods will have different permissions. For example, helpers won't be able to temp ban or kick or anything anymore. That any player gets kicked out of the server by a mod. It will be only mute, basically, temp mute and possibly a permanent mute, but I don't think we will be adding that as well.
All right. So yeah, that's part of the change. In previous history, we've had issues with, well, not necessarily issues, but sort of questionable. I'll say questionable actions by sort of maybe helpers, mods, staff upwards, altogether. So what we changed is anyone that can actively be part of the phase will not be able to kick or have any power to remove any player from the server. Just in order to make it balanced, as it can be very unfair with opposing city states, as they'll probably be slightly biased, even if they try not to, against the opposing city state, as they will probably be, or city or civilization, as they will be enemies. So we're ensuring that this doesn't happen, and that only administrators plus will have the ability to actually remove anyone from the server. So this will be ensuring a more balanced phase and hopefully less salt in the server. All right.
Okay,
So,
Dutch Survivor had some questions. Yeah, go ahead and talk, Dutch.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys setting this up. I mean, Shudbo normally doesn't do this kind of stuff, so I was kind of surprised that you guys, as being part of Shudbo or becoming part of Shudbo, are actually doing this.
Yeah,
And,
that's yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
You were
just
saying?
well.
was that the question? Oh. So were you
I think
asking
it was more of a statement.
Oh,
Yeah.
a statement.
It's more or less a statement, because
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys saw that you got taken down by Shudbo. Apart
Well,
from that,
yeah, sorry for interrupting. It was like not us ourselves. It goes back way further. Like Netison was a developer back then and the owner of Civcraft. How it went back then, he'd lost interest in Civcraft and he wasn't interested in developing it anymore, since the players went down and those things as well. So basically what he did is he just stopped and he gave the go to some other developers, which continued on another server. So it's not like that Shotbo kicked Netison out of it, it's just like that Netison left, basically.
well, that's not the thing I'm referring to.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm referring to Shutbo's current state, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That they took the EU server down, and that the US server base basically consists of Asian players, which there's nothing wrong with, but your player base doesn't consist with any of those people. How do you find yourself in that position?
All right. So we don't really have any sort of say within the shop ongoings. We're like a separate entity we've ran our own standalone server for a number of years, and we're looking to join a network, which will relieve more stress onto us, and just be able to sort of focus more on the game mode. With that in mind, we're not too worried about that, because we're quite a close-knit community anyway, and we expect a lot of that community to come on to Civ-4. But we are planning in the future for, especially, I know Japanese is a big demographic for Shopbo. We will be, as Shopbo have translators, we'll be looking for, we'll probably have things such as a Japanese global, specifically for Japanese players. So to sort of make sure the global chat within the game mode is kept quite clean with the two languages, so there isn't any confusion between players. So there'll be two separate globals for that, and there'll also be hopefully in the future, this will be quite far in the future, the global chat will probably be the first thing you've seen, because it's just simply having a sort of Japanese speaking administrator or moderator or chat mod within that other global chat. But in terms of actual sort of tutorials and gameplay and Wikipedias, a Japanese translator would be brought into the future from Shopbo's part to slowly translate the game mode and transcripts of the game. But we're not too worried about having a diverse player base at all.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, and adding of that, there is like currently there is already a localization system inside the game, but we just need to have separate things translated. And it needs to work. So that's just like in the future it will happen for sure. If there's like lots of ask and need for it, then we will be accepting people to actually translate the entire game mode basically into another language.
Okay. Do you guys have yourselves actually any YouTubers that played Civ-War in the past,
All
or
right,
still
so
are playing it?
yeah, we have had it in the past, but I do believe that a lot of these YouTubers aren't actually even playing or even uploading anymore. Mainly, or they were mainly Dutch YouTubers, which some of them I believe are uploading now. In terms of actual advertising, we're not worried about advertising at the moment, because at the moment for the closed beta we're already oversubscribed, so we have more people actually signed up for the closed beta and approved than there are server slots. Which brought me on to my earlier point, which was the shopper subscribers get priority slots, as it would always be anyway when the server was fully open, or at any point at any time anyway. So in terms of actual advertisement, looking into YouTubers, after we've got comfortably into Shopbo and we've left in a few phases time, we'll be looking into sort of diverting funds into a sort of pot, or probably work with Shopbo as well, into looking into getting a YouTuber or even a Twitch streamer, or even maybe just a retweet by a big Minecraft YouTuber, just in looking at our game mode, or even articles written like we have done in the past about Civ-War.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
If you don't have any questions anymore, you can't like think of any. You don't have to like ask it right now.
Yeah, if you think of something, I can put you back in the queue. Just
Yeah.
let me know.
Well, I gotta go after this, so I'm gonna thank you guys for hosting us again. I appreciate it.
All right, no
It's
problem.
not common that Shotbo does this, and I know a few admins of Shotbo are currently in this, so you guys, this is something you should do. Anyway, good night, guys. Take care. Good luck.
All right.
No
Good night.
Okay, next up we have Techno
Oh, Techno, let's go. What's up? Oh wait, he's
for
not.
a
Yeah.
collection of questions.
All right. What's up, Techno? Techno?
Oh crap! Yeah. Hold on. All right. All right. I'm gonna go with the smart questions first. All right.
All right. No problem.
So units. Are you keeping units the way they were last phase, or like they were in like 1.0?
What we're planning on doing with units wise is re-adding partly them like in 2.0. However, they need to be rebalanced for sure, and possibly less units. Or we're gonna do it armor wise, or you can trade them in the barracks. We really don't know yet. It's just in our heads, so we need to like think of it how to actually make it good. But in the future, it may not be in the closed beta, but the phase after that it will be re-added for sure.
All right. And another thing, are you gonna keep units as like stat buffs, or are you actually gonna add like different little what's it called? Gimmicks or whatever.
Like you mean like an apothecary could throw like a healing 2-pot.
Like an example I got here is like a mace class, which does extra damage to things in iron armor. Like it's actually based off a real thing. Have you ever heard of the Warhammer? It's back when in medieval times people were getting too armored to start using swords, so they had to use hammers, which would break through the armor. So sort of like based off of that anti-armor sort of going.
Well, I mean, maybe, but it's if you have like good suggestions for like upgrades or units or upgrades for the units, you can always say it. I mean, we will listen.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
Okay, Big Luke wanted to know if you guys had an update about his rank, his permanent rank that he bought.
Oh well, yeah, we have to see what, because we don't have the exact prices yet for every perk we're going to be adding. We have we don't know exactly yet. We have like a decent view on it, but you will probably just get like maybe a face perk pack, or maybe like some templates.
Yeah.
Packs. We just have to see what we can offer, which is in
Yeah,
your
because
interest.
we're trying to phase out like permanent perks.
Yeah.
or templates or permanent ranks.
All right, yeah, that would be something I wanted to go on to here now as well. The complete monetization, the complete donation system is going to be changing. So we're going to be working off a per phase basis. So instead of permanent things, we're going to be working, as I just said, off per phase. So everything will be able to be bought per phase, such as sort of perk packs, such as your like research queues and estimates. Things like that will be based off per phase. So you'll be able to buy a pack of like loads of different perks inside those packs, which will be off a per phase. Same with templates. You'll be able to buy one full template. We're going to be changing it so you don't buy individual buildings. We thought that was a bit too tedious. So you'll be able to buy a full template pack on a per phase basis. So we feel like this will be it'll be more worth for the player. So some players like to play one phase at a time, like they'll play one phase a year maybe, or maybe two, just because of like or school or things, or they're busy with real life. Like they play usually a phase during the summer, and that's it. So we're going to be doing it a bit better for those guys. So they're ensuring that they only paying for that one phase that they're playing. So we think this is going to be a little bit better for everyone that it works off that basis. All right.
Presto.
So
No, I don't have anyone else.
Oh,
Unless
well,
all right.
Techno wants to talk again, I'm sure.
All right.
well,
He has something, but I don't know.
if anyone has like a question, you need to PM like direct message Presto, so you can be put in the queue, and we can answer your question.
Yeah. Well, I know Caleb really wanted to know how the PvP system was going to work.
Well, I mean, the PvP system, we're going
Like
to
what-
be like, it won't be armor minus or damage minus armor, and that's the outcome of our damage. We will still go through another damage system, basically, and possibly we're going to redo the entire custom items tree and the custom armor, but we have to see how we can do that exactly. So I don't know if anyone has questions or.
I think all right, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I know,
what-
Crusher, that you can speak, but you have to PM Presto Blue, and after that you can or speak or you can ask the question to him and he will ask it to us.
Yeah. If not, it would be chaos.
Yeah, exactly. Then there would be like 20 people talking at the same time and one person screaming and those things, and that's kind of not nice to hear too.
Mystery asks, what is Civ-War? That's a good question.
Well, I mean, Civ-War is a game mode basically. It's Sid Meier's Civilization in Minecraft. It's very wide. Yeah, if you really want to have a big explanation of what the game mode is, you should visit the wiki, which I will be linking in chat in a second. There we go.
Yeah, we can just say we really appreciate Cole for editing the wiki for us.
Yeah, for sure. Like Cole did he did a big amount of editing the wiki to make it fit the current state, because the wiki was pretty outdated.
all right. Awesome. I think
Well, if there
that's what I've said all I need to say. Our plan release date. Obviously, we're waiting for confirmation on this, on the date of the actual release from High Life. But once we have that confirmation, we will be moving forward. But that is the plan date.
I don't know if anyone has
Techno has another suggestion, so if you want to unmute him.
Oh yeah, baby. Here comes another one.
Oh, God.
So are you gonna bring back physical quarries?
What do you mean physical quarries?
Like I don't know, maybe like you feed us something hammers and it mines out like I don't know, just like something that mines out an area in the real world,
All
Or
right,
like
I know what you mean.
specialist in 2.0.
So-
Yeah.
But except the ores,
Forgot the
it would
name
be
of it.
like the stone. Well, we don't know yet. It could really be OP, and it just automates the game even more, which makes it a very boring late game. I agree that the mining isn't the best thing to do for 2 months straight, but that's why we want to add several types of grind in the game, basically. Yeah, the quarry, like the structure quarry, will still be there though, so you just feed it pickaxes and possibly hammers in the future, and it outputs stone.
Yeah, there's definitely, especially with, we'll be looking at having a much more powerful server, so having things like NPCs, actual guards, actual, like, as you said, specialists. Probably will revamp that a lot instead of like names. So specialist is a bit of a, well, I think it's a rubbish name. So we'll actually have like sort of a more of an NPCs kind of thing. That'll be something we'll look into the future. This isn't something you'll see during the closed beta phase, and for a little while after, since that'll be quite a big task, being able to get all that in, actual NPCs doing things, tasks and such. So, but that's definitely with a more powerful server, which we'll be able to have access to, is something that we'll be looking to do.
So I don't know if there's any questions in the queue, Presto.
Besides KLM's troll question, wanted to know about Great
Oceans.
Library enchants, but
Great library enchants. What?
yeah. Well, I mean, are we gonna have library enchants?
Yeah, it will just be like as the last phase when me and Pepsi were there. It will be in the library, and the Great Library will have enchants probably. It depends on how we're gonna balance the wonders, but I guess it's gonna be there.
All right, awesome.
But yeah, things like that, it will be like we will release a change log a couple of days before the phase, and we'll note every change ever we did. Oh well,
All right.
we're not going to add the old Great Library enchants back because it's like you said, it's really buggy, and it won't like our custom anti-cheat.
Cole wanted to know when upkeep is going to be removed.
No.
All right. So I think unless there's any other questions, Preston.
Nope.
All right.
Alright.
So yeah, that was our we've announced what we've already said, and thank you for some of your questions that came along. But I believe that is it. What is specialists coming back or not? Yeah, there will be that kind of thing. Probably a bit more of advanced version than that, probably, but that'll be in the future. All right. So cheers, guys. Thank you for coming. For those of you who stayed, if you're not sure on if you're not sure what everything was said, if you joined a little bit late, it'll be uploaded to YouTube, I think, by Benjamin. And
yeah, we'll just
yeah,
post. I will upload it in a sec. I need to edit one thing out because I showed my Facebook on accident, but I need to edit that out, and then I will upload it.
All right, awesome. All right, thanks, guys, for coming, and see you guys later.